Hey again. The application that we did it now, it is good while the phone is running. But if anyone restart the phone, any broadcast event that registered in the system will be removed. So that means even if I write it here in the save data, even I wrote here repeat, that means repeat whenever you reach this time every day. That's if the phone is not restarted. But it's very normal someone want to restart his phone. If someone restarts his phone, the system automatically will delete any broadcast event registered. So he will remove the register of this event. Tomorrow, if he restart the phone tomorrow, the alarm will not show up. If he did not restart the phone, the alarm will show up. So now let's get think about solve the problem. Now I want my application run with the system whenever the system restart and set up the new time. So that means if you restart his phone, my application will now restart the phone and he will set the alarm again. So first of all, you have to think about how my application will know the system is restart. Okay, there is a broadcast event happening in the system, name it system boot, that will fire automatically when the system restart. So to do that, okay, first of all, you just go to the main face and you say, okay, I need a permission to access to the system boot. You say this one have a boot, I think. Yeah, system receive boot comm. That means, hey, I want my application to get permission to listen to any restart for the phone. Now also you want your receiver also get that action. You say, okay, if the action happen in the system, name it boot, which is boot completed, please call this broadcast receiver. So now your broadcast receiver also will get called if this action coming. He will go to this broadcast receiver. Now okay, you say else if same thing, the intent dot action dot equal. It is better to use equal with ignore case. So you say equal with ignore case. I think he uses equals this one. If this action coming, that means there is a system restart. So I want you to set up the time. But here, how he set the time? He need to have the time saved in the phone. So I need to do here. I need to do set time. But he cannot call now directly this function because you don't have the data and time. So what we want to do, we want to save the data and time in the phone. So when the phone restarted, I could read them. There is 2 ways or 3 ways you could save them. You could save them either in file, or we discuss it. You could save it in the database, we discuss it, or you could save it in the broadcast in the shared reference, which is like very easy to use. So to save in the shared reference, okay, you save here, you say shared ref, and it will be instance of shared reference. Okay, so shared references, make sure it is null. Okay, and when someone create instance from the class, make sure you initialize your shared reference. How to initialize it? You're saying, hey, context dot get shared reference. So get shared reference, you give it the file name of the shared reference. Let me name it my ref. You could give it any name. So now you will create file in the phone, name it my reference. So my reference, then you say, hey, context dot the mode private. So that's mean I want to work with this file. So now here is very basic process. You have shared reference, then you say, hey, this shared reference I want to set it to set with, I think we are right here. You could just say the shared reference all alone and he will be able to get shared reference for you if there is no problem. But I think here he is still having a problem. Maybe shared reference I define it val, should be var, because I will be able to edit it. So that's good. So now I want to save. Okay, I define my function. This function, name it save data. Okay, we'll take 2 things. We'll take also hour and minute. We'll take them as an input. So to save them, the process is really easy to save them. You say, okay, I have this shared reference. I say shared reference, I want to save in it. So I have, first of all, I have to find my var for editor. My editor will be shared reference dot edit. I want to open the shared reference file to edit. Make sure this one readable. Then you say, okay, editor dot, I want to put you could put different data type, integer, string, whatever. I need to put data as integer. I have a key and value. So the key will be the text, hour, and the value, whatever the integer value I want to pass it. I want to pass this one. For the put for the minute, put integer. You say, okay, I have minute, and this minute I wanted to be have this one. So a minute. So now I have in the editor I added these two information. I want to say, hey, editor dot comment. So hey, add these data in this file. So what he will do, he will create a file for me, which XML file have two properties, one of them hour, one of them minute, and he will save this one inside it, and also I will save this one inside, and that is. So this function will call it for save data. When I call it, I have to make sure to call this function whenever he save the time. So before I set the alarm, I have to call save data dot save data, and I pass both this information to that method. So first of all, whenever he changed the data time, I save this data inside this method, inside this file. Now whenever I want to read, okay, really easy process to read. You define function, for example, get hour, okay, and this function will return for your integer. It's a really easy process. You say, hey, I want you to return from the file that you have it, which is shared reference, which is this file. I want you to return to get integer value, which is according the key, whatever the key you have here, return it to me. He will directly return the value for you from that file. So when you call this method, and yes, what the default value? What if this is for first time and it's not set up? Give it 0. That's mean the default value. That's mean if that hour is not set it, he will try to get the hour. If you didn't find the hour, he will give you 0. Same thing for the minute. You say, okay, get another function, get minute. Okay, this will return for you the minute. Now what he will do, he have to return this minute for you according to the key. So he will return the minute for you. Now I think I'm good. So now this function, which is for set, if you remember here we're setting the alarm using this code. I could take this code and go to broadcast receiver. I say, hey, if the system is restarted, please go to the create context for me, and also I don't want to save the data. Just see, this one have to be named context. Yes, context, but context should be readable. So I want you to pass get, which is same name, this one. I want you to pass the get hours, and I want you to pass also save data dot get minute. If you want just to make your code more professional, you say, okay, why I'm doing this one? If I just go here, I see in the main activity I'm setting the alarm. Why I have to set it again? Call it to the function. Okay, remove it from here, and this function set alarm, instead of getting these parameters, he will read them from the file, same file. Just make your code more professional. Say, okay, this one will get the hour from this one, and this one will get the minute from this one. Should be val read only, and this one should be val read only. That's mean, hey, when someone want to set alarm, first of all, what he did here, we did save for hour and minutes. So after he saved them, he will be able to read them. So he say, okay, get the hour, get minute, then set it. So same thing, when he just go to broadcast receiver, he no longer need to pass this thing. He just create an instance, set alarm, he have the data already saved it. Now I used the data to save this information. Now when the phone restarted, I'm sure 100% my application will set up again with the phone restart, this is important thing you have to know. But one thing I have to show you before I go, shared reference is not a good place to save your data. If I just use ADB, you don't have to do this, but I say ADB shell, you need to install ADB in your phone to be able to do this. Then you want to go, this ADB shell allow you to go to the phone kernel. So if I say ADB shell, if you don't install, you have to install if you want to do this test. So I say, okay, if someone try to set up the time here to, for example, whatever, 23, and he say done, and he close the app, whatever, he just keep it this way. So if someone want to check if this set it, we read the value that is. You say, okay, cd data slash data, then he ls. Okay, I have to go su, then I think ls. Okay, now I'm in the phone device. What is my application ID? If you remember, I just give it, my application ID was this ID. Okay, that is good. So going back here to my application, clear the screen. I'm data.data. I say cd to that direction. I say ls. You see, this is my application. One of the folders that I have it is shared reference. If I go to shared reference, ls, I have this my reference file. Do you remember when we create file, we name it my reference? Yes, I'm sure you remember, because this is our file that name it shared reference, and name it my reference, and it have two properties, hour and minute. So let me see if he's really have hour and minute. I do cat for this file. See, here's the hour and here's the minute. So one thing you have to know, this data is easy to read by anyone, so don't save secure information here, because there's no secure place to do this thing. Yeah, I think I did everything. One thing just to make my application nicer, when the application gets started for first time, it is better for me to load this text, which is this text, loaded with the saved hour and saved minute. So I say, hey, this one please go dot get hours, and this one dot get minute. So now when he restarted, if the application is set, he will show you, if this value is set, he will show you that value. If this value is not set, he show you 0 0. So you know that time is not set. Just show you read them from the data store. So hopefully in this video you understand well how we listen to broadcast event. Also you understand how to use shared reference. Shared reference is a really easy data structure. You just say this key have this value, this key have this value, have this. See, he just read them. So you read 8 8. So I think I just give it both of them hour. For that reason he give me 8 8. So should we get minute this one? I think, yeah, he give me 8 8 because he uses same hour. So this is basic process. Hopefully you understand well. You now know how to work with shared reference. As you say, shared reference is really basic data structure, key value, and you're done. Then, and this is all the process you want to do it with shared reference. And you understand that there is a system broadcast event happen. You could listen to it. One of them that you said now, how to listen to, how we make our application listen to broadcast event for boot complete. Then when the device will restart it, your application directory now this event, and he will restart with it, and he will set the alarm whenever the phone restarts. Also, it will help you a lot when you want to have some process, you want your application to get it when the system restarts. So here we're done. Thank you for watching.